So in this video, I'm just going to talk briefly about what an actual moment is. So moments are essentially a turning effect produced by a force around a pivot point. The further away the force gets from the pivot point, the greater the turning effect. And because this is a linear relationship, the moment of a force about a point can be calculated as the product of the magnitude of the force and the distance from the pivot point. So technically, a moment is a force times distance from the pivot point. Units are in Newton meters. And the best way of illustrating it really is by thinking about a door. Now, obviously with a door you have the pivot point, which are the hinges on the left hand side, and then you obviously have the handle on the right. And if you think about it logically, why are the door handles on doors so far away from the hinge? Well, it's all to do with moments. When you apply a force to the door handle, it provides a turning point on the hinge. Now, obviously, because moment is a force times a distance, if you put your handle the furthest distance away from the hinge, you only need a relatively small force to give the biggest turning moment. If you think about it the other way, if we moved the door handle closer, so it was almost in line with the hinge, i.e. a tiny distance away from the hinge, then we would need a much greater force to achieve the same moment. So if you want to try this at home, try pushing your front door open at the handle with the finger, then try pushing it open with your finger really close to the hinge, moving your finger in slowly by say 5 centimetre distances towards the hinge. You'll find it becomes almost impossible as you get closer to the hinge. So essentially what we've got then is moment is a force times a distance from a pivot point or fixed point. Okay, and the force in this case is at right angles to the